Hello, this is my channel Weaving Weird Studio and my name is Sig. Welcome to part 3 of my Learn to Crochet series. In this video, I will show you how to single crochet, turn your work, and use chain stitches in combination with other stitches. If you find value in this video, you can help us grow by clicking on the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to tap on the notification bell for the instant access to my newest content. Okay, so let's get started. All right, I'm so glad you could make it back with us. So today, I'm going to show you how to single crochet, a little more information and work on turning your piece and the use of chain stitches in your work. So today we're going to need scissors, of course, our hook, and then our yarn. And we're just going to get right down to it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do our slip knot. And then I need my foundation row of chains. So here again, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do 10 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And as we discussed before, particularly because this is going to be a single crochet, I want to do a +1. I want to do 1 additional chain. And what this is going to do is this is going to help give me my height for that single crochet that we're going to get ready to start doing. So the first thing we need to do is we need to take our hook and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in the second chain from the hook. Okay, it's important. This right here, this turning chain is not, this turning chain is not a stitch, right? Don't count this as your stitch. It's the +1 stitch, just to reiterate. And then we're going to go to the second chain from the hook. So this is your hook, this is your first chain, and then this is your second chain. And with that, I'm going to put my hook through the back loop of the chain. I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to take that hook and I'm going to pull through the yarn, real similar to what we did with the slip stitch. But now instead of pulling that through like we did with the slip stitch, we're going to leave that loop on the hook and then we're going to yarn over again and then we'll pull the yarn through. Okay, so the next stitch, I'm going to take the hook, put it through the back loop of that chain, yarn over, pull it through. Now we have 2 loops on the hook. I'm going to yarn over again and pull that through, and now we have a single crochet. Let me show that to you a few more times. Hook through the back loop of the chain, yarn over and pull through, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over again and pull that through both loops to create your single crochet. And again, through, yarn over, pull that through, yarn over again and pull that through one more time. Now let's go ahead and complete this row. This yarn sticks to my skin. I apologize, it's not as smooth as I would like that to be. Okay, and as before, as we discussed before, this slip knot right here is not a stitch. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 stitches. So if you notice that additional chain that we used is now being seen as part of the edging right here, and it also gives your work its height. So I'll bring in the piece that we did in the last video, with just a slip stitch piece. And I think you can kind of see the difference. So this is your slip stitch piece, and this is your single crochet piece. And you can see how this is starting to open up a little more. It's a little easier to work with. The stitches aren't nearly as tight once you get your tension down. And then you can see when I add them, put them together, right? The single crochet is a little taller than the slip stitch. And much like with the single crochet, we also did an extra chain, at least in the beginning, just to get this slip stitch started. But as we did the rows, we did not add that additional chain because we didn't want the height that the chain actually gives the piece. Okay, so now we're going to get ready to turn. We've got our 10 stitches and we're at the end of our row, and we're going to get ready to turn. Now, depending on who you talk to, they're going to tell you to do things differently. Some people tell you to turn first and then do your chain. And others will tell you, go ahead and do your chain first and then turn your work. I am of the mind of doing the chain first and then turning my work. You're going to see it written both ways on patterns. It really just depends on the person. But again, this is going to give you your height. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to skip this second, or this chain that's like this stitch that's right next to your hook, and you're going to do the second stitch from the hook. Okay, so again, I'm going to put that in through the stitch, through the single crochet. So now we're going to single crochet on top of a single crochet, and it's the same thing. I'm going to pull my yarn through, I'm going to yarn over again, and then I'm going to pull that yarn through both loops and take my hook, and I'm going to put it into the stitch underneath both of the legs, the front leg and the back leg, as a single stitch. And then I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to pull my yarn through, yarn over again, and pull through. And again, I'm going to put it through the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, and then pull through the 2 loops on the hook. Let's see if you can do that, and we will continue this to the end of row 2. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 stitches. So again, we're at the end of our row and we're doing single crochets. So we need 1 additional chain stitch, and then we're going to turn the piece. Then we're going to do our single crochet in the second stitch from the hook. The second single crochet from the hook. We're going to go ahead and pull that through. So we have 2 loops on the hook now. And then we're going to do a yarn over and we're going to pull. Now, when we get to this point, this is where I'm going to start having us do the combination. So I'm going to start having us do a combination of single crochets and single chain stitch. So here we've got our single crochet, and then we're going to chain. And then we're going to skip the next single crochet, which is right here. And I'm going to put that into the next single crochet and yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, and then pull through both. And then we're going to do another chain stitch. We're going to skip the next single crochet stitch. I'm going to put the hook through the next single crochet stitch, put yarn over, pull that yarn through. So we have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over again, and pull that through. We're going to go ahead and chain stitch. And then I'm going to do 2 more of the single crochet chain stitch combination. So I'm going to skip the next single crochet, hook through, yarn over and pull through, yarn over again and pull through both loops, chain stitch. hook going into that last stitch of the row. And again, this is where you really want to pay attention because it's so easy to kind of miss the stitch and get another part of the edge there. Yarn over, pull that through, yarn over again, and then pull it through the 2 loops on the hook. Then we're going to do our chain stitch. And then we'll do it again going back. So I've got 1 chain stitch. And here we still want to do the second single crochet from the hook. So in this case, this is going to be the first single crochet, and then there's this chain stitch right here. We're going to skip that, and we're going to put our hook into this second single crochet from the hook. So I'm going to do that by giving myself 1 more chain stitch, and then I'm going to take my hook, I'm going to put it into the single crochet, I'm going to yarn over, pull that yarn through, I have 2 loops on my hook, yarn over again, and then pull that through the 2 loops. And then I'm going to single chain. And I'm going to continue this across. Okay, so we got across, and we're going to have 10 stitches, right? So we had that single crochet up here. So you had the 1 single, or sorry, we had the chain, the 1 chain that was our turning chain. And then we had the second chain that took this, that was our first stitch. Single crochet is our second stitch. The chain is the 3rd stitch. The next single crochet is our 4th, 5th, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. And then I'm going to chain 1, my turning chain, and I'm going to turn my work. Okay, so you can see, you can't really see it very well with this yarn, I guess, but I'm going to do a little something different so you can kind of see the pattern. So I have the turning, the chain turned, and this time we're going to single crochet in the chain space. So this right here is my chain space. We got that little gap going on. So because it's actually the second stitch from the hook, we just need to go, we just can do a straight single crochet there. So I'm going to put my hook through that opening, yarn over, pull the yarn through, yarn over again, and pull that through the 2 loops on the hook. And then I'm going to single crochet. And again, I'm going to go and I'm going to use this opening made from the previous row. I'm going to put my hook through, yarn over, pull that yarn through, yarn over again, and then pull that through the 2 loops on the hook. And you can kind of start seeing sort of a design happening here. All right. Again, and give us 10 stitches. Okay, and you can start seeing how we have a bit of a pattern happening here. And right now for you, what you want to focus on as you practice going forward, I'll go ahead and fasten this off. Is you want to concentrate on keeping your edges straight, your stitches consistent, your tension consistent, and your swatch looking pretty symmetrical. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next time in part 4, where I'll be showing you how to do half double crochets and double crochets. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon. Bye.